Hello everyone! Welcome to Interdimensional Vending Machine. A strange sort of experimental sim in which we play as a homeless girl who comes across a vending machine that seemingly can dispense just about anything, helpful or horrible. This is a really strange concept that is apparently based off of SCP-261, but I can't wait to see where this goes with it. It's one of those things where the title kind of immediately catches your attention, and then when you look deeper you're like, oh, there is so much potential here. And I'd say we're starting to see that potential be realized even from the menu. This is some really nice artwork that sort of reminds me in style of Sorry We're Closed. Let's see what it's like. That is a pile of human viscera. Or some red creatures that look disturbingly similar to humans, yet seem to retain their shape. And a little bit even ended up in that takeout box. But when you're at this point, food is food, and it's either this or what's on the ground. What a strange looking machine. Oh, look at that. We've got bars, meters that are depleting. Day 1. I'm really hungry. Oh, this machine looks like it accepts coins. But I only got 100 yen. Should I risk it? Screw it. I don't have much else to do with these coins. Nor my hunger, anyway. I might as well try pressing the coin slot to see. Whoa. This looks interesting. Maybe I should try inserting all my coins into the coin slot of this machine. Oh, I see desperation hasn't made you less curious. See, this is really neat because we have here a horror story that's not just about foolish curiosity, it's born out of real need, and with our backs against a wall, we might as well try it. Alright, let's press this button. I wonder what would happen. What in the hell? Is that food? Wait, what? Is that freaking barbecue? How is this even possible? Is that edible? Well, it's not like I get any choice but to try, since I'm really hungry. It certainly looks delicious. And we can see it in our inventory. I should definitely try eating it. Let's have a bite. That's so yummy. It tastes so good. This game's gonna be really difficult to narrate, isn't it? No, I'm not hungry anymore, but I still feel a little bit thirsty. I should keep getting more coins for this machine. I can't let my hunger and thirst consume me. I'll starve to death. The next street should be a good spot to beg some passersby for more coins. It's the open sewer version of SCP. Oh look, we can go and beg all over town. Dark street, empty street, main street. But it's all in service of the machine. Keep bringing it coins and it will keep feeding. In other words, there's a really cool power dynamic going on here with this inanimate object. One where we don't seem to have a choice in what we actually get. But we also don't have a choice in needing to eat, and so we have to keep getting money by any means. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be a case of higher risk and lower reward as time goes on. Let's go check out the busy street. Out here begging. Oh, we're getting some. Poor thing, you shouldn't be out here alone. Do you want some help? I don't have anything for you. Don't look at me like that. If I step over you, will you stay quiet like the rest of the trash? Shoo, go on, don't sit in the way. I'm not trying to be rude, but you're filthy. Go to a shelter or something. You're already dead. Just twitching because the street won't... Oh. This is absolutely humiliating. This is awful. And this is what I meant when I said that it's a simulation. A homeless simulation, yes, and also an experimentation sim. We need to take what we can get on one side so that we can poke and prod at the other. Find the best way to do this so we can stay alive. I don't know, it's just a really weird conflation of two different types of games that, oddly enough, I can already see works well. But the whole time, our stats are running down, so we gotta balance this. Oh, stay still long enough and the rats will think you're one of them. It's a bit reductive to say, maybe, but I can't help but be reminded of... Does anybody remember an old Flash game called the Bill Cosby Fun Game? Alright, yeah, let's wrap it up and leave. I think we got a decent amount. You can press the button at any time. This stuff isn't worth a whole lot. What if we put in all of it? This is considered day 2. Oddly enough, it's really satisfying just doing this. Wow, you could really get me with just jingling keys. There's 1 yen coins? Oh no, if you click out, you have to put it all in again. Well, I guess that's for if you accidentally overdo it. Alright, I'm starving. Fried crickets. There's nothing weird about this. As I get to look at this, I'm starting to realize they're insects. Their tiny legs and wings are still visible under the crispy batter. I think I could eat them. There. And in fact, I have to. That did not get me much at all. It said 170. I thought I still had some left. Right, back to the busy street, I guess. I wonder if we'll get anything for lower? You scare the kids. You're what their parents warned them about. Yeah, I mean, whatever I'm gonna end up doing for money, I guess society didn't have to leave me this desperate. Don't stare at my food. That's not gonna fill your stomach. Oh, but maybe some scraps would? Wouldn't force me to use the gore vending machine? That's the thing. Was that gore just on the ground incidentally, or did it come from the vending machine? Either way, we are done here. It's still day 2. Let's try getting it now. Pile of slugs. Okay, it did not like that offering. Maybe we can... Oh, we can't put in more. I need something to drink, men. Another pile of slugs. So does it just depend on how much we put in, or was that random chance? Either way, we have to eat it. But we're about to die of dehydration. What about the mall entrance? If you're lucky, you'll disappear before anyone notices you're gone. I'm about to die of dehydration. I don't know what you've been through, but it shows. Your eyes don't blink like a child's. Kinda sounds like you're blaming me for the state I'm in. Seeing those shoes go by just pisses me off even more. Oh, we're at 0%. been crying? Your face is all swollen. Don't cry for them. Nobody's coming for you, little girl. You know that, right? You look like a ghost, like you've stopped existing. Don't let this place haul you out. Cool. I'm gonna wrap up and leave. 1, 2... Okay, let's put in everything. Hope we get something decent. This is more than before, I think. And I guess it'll probably be randomized where the good stuff, where the good begging is on a given day, right? Not quite 500. There we go, that's what we needed. Holder of this can is the owner of a genuine vanishing ghost, captured and encapsulated by Ghostbusters. Okay, this might have to change by the Steam release. A drink with a ghost on it? Is that normal? You've been eating bugs. Is this some kind of a ghost-themed drink? I don't think I've seen something like this before. No, but you don't have a choice. 9%. I feel like this could use a balancing pass. Alright, back to the mall then. Is that dirt or blood on your face? Either way, it's not normal. You can have my scarf. It's ugly but warm. Don't lose it. Not a thing, actually. I wish it was. You make people uncomfortable because you remind them what's waiting for all of us. Well, I guess we could have gathered, but it seems all is not well in this world generally. You got that look. The kind of look that says nobody ever wanted you. I wonder if there's other places we can spend our money besides this vending machine, because it's not really providing. Let's wrap up and leave. Ooh, 500 yen. Okay, that immediately helps us out. These are worms. Are they still alive? I don't feel hungry just by looking at it. I feel sick just looking at its tiny segments on the bodies. But I can't be picky. Yeah, I'm imagining this is maybe translated from Japanese. It could definitely use some, like, English proofreading. But it's all very minor. The art, the animation, it's all here. If this machine took it out, it means I can eat it, right? But no reaction from you. Also, no thirst brought back. All I have is 247. That is just... What? Is this even food? No, it just looks like it fell out of there. I can smell a musty, earthy stench. An undercurrent of rot that makes my stomach tighten. Yeah, this might still be food. But I'm not that hungry to eat this right away. Yes, you are. You literally are. Whoa. This thing tastes like a centipede. Very astute. This game feels like a dream, honestly. None of the reactions are what they should be. There may be some occasional vague notion that it's not right, but never to the degree that it should be. I don't carry cash, sorry. That's okay, I'll take your credit card. Little girl, have you eaten anything today? You look like you're fading. I feel like it. Are you still thinking? Or just existing by accident? People don't hate you. They hate being reminded you exist. This dialogue is worthwhile. I mean, there's a lot of negative and positive comments and nobody really doing as much as I would like, but at the same time, some of them actually have some pretty good observations. Spot on. Maybe I should give you a nickel. You still here? I thought someone took you in by now. The street isn't safe. Please don't follow me. I can't help you. Someone should put you out of your misery. Well, this food's gonna do it. There's actually a lot of different dialogue things going by. Thing is, we've been at 0% on both counts for a while. I wonder at what point will that actually cause us an issue. Okay, let's wrap up and leave. Get back to the vending machine. By the way, I don't have to select the machine. As soon as I leave, it automatically brings me back, but we got like nothing on Main Street. And it's getting darker. Blood cross cross. Oh wow, this bottle looks intense. Like something straight out of a horror movie. I'm not sure if this is a drink or a dare, but it's definitely not ordinary. But there's no harm in trying. Okay, no, that actually helped helped a lot. Blood is a very good source of food and water, we're finding out. Let's go back to the mall. We got a lot there. Sweetheart, where's your mom? Do you need someone to call for help? Just lie down and give up already. No one's going to help you. You're the kind of story people post online to get likes, but none of them will help you. Just being bombarded, like, we're probably something that people will either ignore or will tell people about, like they did such a great thing dropping change in our cup, or that they were so disgusted, the city's out of control, look at, they're everywhere now. But we hear people's reactions day in and day out, over and over again. And most of the time the reaction is nothing, and that's a big reaction. By the way, the mall definitely seems to provide. I mean, after all, people are here to spend money, and there's a large volume. Starving man died due to hunger. Oh, please, somebody just a little bit more. Yeah, it definitely starts to peter out the longer you stay. Alright, let's take that. We didn't get very much this time. It was a lot of coins, but a lot of coins doesn't mean a lot of money. Still, I think we're best off putting everything we can in every time. Then again, I didn't put in a whole lot last time and we got something good. And we got something good this time. Whoa. Is it supposed to be this vibrant? It smells like a dozen spices had a party and somehow made it work. I've never seen something look so messy and so delicious at the same time. What did that do for us? Quite a lot, but we need to drink. Maybe we'll try going to the nightclub this time. People will walk past you like you don't exist. Eventually, you start believing it. There's a fire barrel a few streets down. Go warm up there at least. Don't cry. It won't help. No one listens to crying kids in this place. Is that all you do? Sit and beg? How pathetic. I mean, this game is definitely meant to be desperate. We're always meant to be at the absolute bottom. If we could get good at this immediately, well, it wouldn't be a homeless simulator, would it? And it doesn't seem to immediately penalize us for hitting 0. Maybe that's the idea, that we're always just at the bottom. Go on, keep walking. Don't make eye contact. She'll latch on if you stop. Don't beg near the alley. That's where the worst people hang out. Maybe we need blood and the worst people have got more than enough. That's actually something I'm starting to think about. Okay, I think we're done here. I spend all my energy begging. Ooh, wait. We actually had the ability to walk this way instead of just leaving. There's nothing we can interact with right now. Okay, no, we don't... You're not innocent anymore. The street took that, too. Wait, I'm trying to leave. Wrap up and leave. No, I'm trying to leave. How leave? Okay, leaving and going to the menu fixed it. And we actually got a good amount. Tell you what, let's try that. We got KFC, or sorry, KFG. Whoa, is this really fried chicken? It's a whole bucket. It smells tasty. Salty and irresistible. Well, we're dying of dehydration. Just smelling it makes my stomach growl. This better be good. I can't wait to taste it. Let's have that. And that put us straight to 100%, but what we really need right now is something to drink. Try 250. Not quite enough. This looks slimy and a little too shiny for comfort. The smell is ocean-like, but not in a fresh way. More like low tide. I don't know if I'm ready to put this in my mouth. It's considered a drink for some reason, and we desperately need it. Now, here's the thing, and I feel like this is a good time to mention it. There's actually consequences for what we decide to eat. It's not just, okay, well, we're the players, so we can... It's very easy for us to just go ahead and say, here, force it down. Because the various types of food will have an effect on us as we go, both in terms of stats and potentially physically. Let's go see the dark street. I don't expect there to be very many people here. But maybe we'll get something interesting in what few do decide to come by. I hear footsteps, but nobody's around. Literally nobody, wow. Okay, let's wrap up and leave. Huh. There's a strange twisting tree here, accompanied by its own soundtrack. It's beautiful. But, anytime we're in a place like this, I can't figure out how to leave. You just go right back to begging. Alright, well, the nightclub provided the most before. So let's just stay here for a time. You're smaller than my kid's backpack. Why are you even alone? Getting something. I wish I had something for you. All I've got is guilt. You're gonna get sick sitting on cold stone like that. At least stand up and move around. Thanks for the advice. Go somewhere else. You're making this place look bad. Even the well-intentioned people don't come off great a lot of the time. I don't have much, but you can have my pity. And some of it is just deliberately backhanded. If we come at night, there's a red glow from under the door. But once more, I can't leave. Is there like a keybind for this or something? Map? There's no controls. It's probably all just through the mouse. So what am I supposed to do? By the way, let's say 150, 200. Let's go to 300 actually. Let's have a minimum 300. Powdered milk. I don't have any water, but I can eat it. I wonder if you can actually combine items to make them more appetizing. We're doing okay on food, not so much on water. Let's go back to the mall. High traffic areas, that's where we need to be. And it's probably a good idea to have a rotation, because I imagine it probably mixes things up like that, right? That whole crowd and not a dime. I've seen you here all week. Still no one helping you? You're fading like chalk on wet pavement. I've heard dogs whimper kinder than you've been treated. The longer you sit there, the less human you seem. One day, someone's going to take you and no one will care. Worst part is, you're probably right. We're the exact kind of person serial killers or just deranged nutjobs like to target. Just because they know they'll get away with it. I mean, we're getting a lot. I don't wanna leave while the iron's hot. At least what feels like a lot, relatively. You can't go by the clatters, you gotta watch. Let's leave. Okay, there we go. These are always worth putting in all at once. Hello, what is this? A chess set? One cannot eat a chess set. Or maybe they're like gummies or something? I don't know. Let's save this for a while. It looks substantial. Let's say 300. More powdered milk. Alright, this is starting to go in our favor a little bit more. Let's say 350. Gross. The smell is earthy and kind of oily, although this is straight out of the wood. I didn't think I'd be this scared to try something that's technically food. I didn't think I'd be this nervous, but now I'm seriously questioning my life choices. Okay. What do we get for 200? That looks delicious. Okay. This is a swirl of meat wrapped in mystery. Who would have thought a vending machine would dispense a warm snack? It's kind of suspicious if you ask me, but I kind of want to dig right in. Alright, you can have something. What happens if we eat the chessboard or chess pieces? Well, it's very good. And we've got some food. We just need some liquids. And I'm pretty sure we got the... Didn't we get the powdered milk for 300 both times? Maybe the amounts act as, like, codes. Maybe that's how we select. Back to the mall. For just a little bit. I've seen garbage bags with more dignity than this. Actually, you know what? I'm only now realizing the time of day probably matters. Just ticked over to day 5. Alright, let's leave. There's a kid over there. Oh, and we can actually talk to you. What can you offer me today? Okay, I guess I have to offer you something. I can't select anything from here. I could give you the powdered milk. I love it. Can you give me more of this? I probably can. Ooh, and you'll buy it. But you'll really just... You'll give us what we paid for it. So if we get something that isn't what we need, we can maybe exchange it for another try? Well, I don't want to do this. Keep your head down. Don't talk to anyone strange. Not everyone out here means well. Shouldn't you be in school or something? Where are your parents? We can put in the 300 to try and see if it's the same. No, it is not always the same. God, look at you. This looks bad, yet smells good. Almost like roasted nuts and metal. I did not expect to be this intrigued and grossed out at the same time. Are you hydrating? Because that's all I care about. I can't use any of this stuff. I can't use anything, why not? Or I can use this. Do I want to eat this? Of course. Wait, now I can... Wait, we can only use the next thing. That didn't get me anything. You weren't as juicy as you looked, I guess. 350. We get another one of these. That buttery scent rising from the pan never fails to catch me off guard. They look like plump little snacks that I'm still scared to look at. We haven't been to the empty street, just going there because we haven't seen it yet. Wouldn't you know it, the empty street is empty. What happened to you, girl? You look like you've been through hell. Oddly enough, there's some comfort in just how much less noisy it is. Okay, I can't stay here though. Could I have maybe met you earlier? You might be the message from before. I can't click on you though. Let's leave. There's an abandoned house over there. Maybe we can do something with that. But once more, I have to leave to menu because I can't figure out how to leave. Nobody's coming for you, little ghost. Everyone who cared is long gone. Your eyes are dead, just like your chances. Someone your age should be playing, not begging. You've got a 1,000-yard stare for someone who's maybe 10. I didn't realize we were supposed to be that young. That just makes this all the more horrifying. Your bones are showing. It's like your body's trying to leave you behind. Can I eat stuff while I'm here? I can. Well, we can at least get our food bar up. Give us a little bit more longevity. I really don't know what happens if we stay like this for too long. I wonder if, you know, just running out for such a long time is one of the possible outcomes. But it's just not dispensing enough drinks. We've gotten a decent amount. You smell like the alley. Don't you have any shame? People won't help you if you don't help yourself. Clean up at least. You're just gonna spend it on junk, aren't you? You look like a statue covered in grime. Alright, well, we got a decent amount, so let's put it to use. I don't know what that is. Do I want to eat it? Looks like... oh, candy bullets. Now let's give you 2, 3, 4, 5. What if we try giving you 600? Let's go a little bit further. Oh, what the heck, and take some change as well. It gets so cluttered, doesn't it? Coins that are worthless even to me. More than I wanted, but we gotta round it out. 15. Look at that. Is that a bowl of rice? Rice, huh? Already cooked, too. Now I'm getting more intrigued. How is this cooked? Anyhow, I'm still keeping this. There's so many hungry people around to waste anything. I don't know what that means, but here we go. Always just getting me to 100. Nothing provides thirst. That would be a more pressing need, wouldn't it? I hope you don't scream when someone takes you. It won't help anyway. See, the dialogue can be somewhat repetitive, but at the same time, it only serves to reinforce, like, an inevitability. It just seems like a foregone conclusion that if we're out here long enough, we're gonna run into the wrong person. And that's something we have to kind of keep in the back of our head at all times. I don't know, this game does convey, like, the sense of hopelessness really well. It's certainly not a rags to riches tycoon game. I suppose maybe it could be, but it sure doesn't look like it from where I am. I'm not seeing the path. See, I've never, at least as far as I can tell, had any negative consequences from this being at 0, though. So, I don't know. Maybe people are more willing to give if we look better nourished? Is that a thing? Because it doesn't seem... we don't seem to actually die at any point. The police may come soon, so you need to leave here before you get caught. Okay, let's wrap up and leave. I was wondering why I shouldn't just leave this idling. Let's go to the machine. We've got a lot now. And you know what? Let's go big or go home. Let's see what happens at, say, 1,000. What the heck is that? 1,000 seeds. You've got to be kidding me. I never thought I'd see this many fall out of a machine. What am I supposed to do with this? Plant an empire? Perhaps you could. If I get one more, I swear I'll dump them all in the street and watch something grow. Or burn. Yeah, the level of resentment is definitely warranted at this stage. Maybe we could trade it with the kid. But still, quantity could be a quality all its own here. Let's say 300. Something bad and something good. Oh no. Is that really what I think it is? Squirming in the broth? Why would someone eat worms, even if it's a soup? There's no harm in trying, hopefully. One hopes. It didn't give broth. It said, and we drink the seeds. What is going on? It gave us 100% too, which is not all of it. Okay, game. Okay. As things go on, we might start to enforce 400 as a floor for spending. Springles. Whoa, chips in a can? They're all stacked inside perfectly. Feels strange. Too clean. Probably just salty chips. I'll keep it for when I need something light. Why doesn't anyone help you? You're just a kid. This shouldn't be normal. Nobody wants to help you. They just want to forget they saw you. Bet you won't last another week out here. Maybe not even tonight. Don't touch my coat. I don't care how cold you are. Back off. God, you stink. When's the last time you even bathed? You'll die out here if you're not careful. Some of these people, they give helpful advice that seems more like, I don't know, playing out their fantasies to themselves. You're what they mean when they say left behind. Some people aren't kind, even when they smile. Especially when they smile. Keep your head down. Sometimes the dialogue even makes more sense paired with what someone else said. Sometimes the contrast is what really carries this. If I left here and came back in a week, would you still be breathing? That's a very good question, but we've got some wiggle room now. In fact, we've got so much wiggle room that I'm gonna leave. Oh, there's so many others out here. Can I speak with you? Oh. I have the option to steal from you. You're blind. And what about you guys? A happy couple? What can you offer me today? Some Springles? I love it. Can you give me more of this? Oh, you gave me 600 for that. Thank you very much. Okay. Can I speak with you? Okay, I've got nothing more to offer you now, but... Huh. We could get more of a return on our investment from you guys. You seem happy, but, you know, you're an amputee, so is he, so, I don't know. Even in the higher parts of society here, there's just a feeling of... just brokenness, of dissatisfaction. This whole world is just bad and dirty. Let's say 700. Ooh, this thing looks like a cloud topped with fruit. I haven't tried this, but I know this is sweet. Maybe too sweet. I'm excited to take a bite. Alright, we'll try it. 97%. Now, let's try another 500, 600. Let's try 800. What can we get for that? Another of these. And for 800, I have to try it, right? It's only food, and there's no point in wasting it now. Let's go to 500. Maybe it's a waste. Often it feels like I would be better off just saving. Let's use some of these 5s as well. Let's do some decluttering. I mean, money is money, right? What is this? Devil cookies? Yeah, let's eat it. How many days has it been since you ate properly? Your bones are sticking out. Go find a shelter. This isn't the place to sleep. You're still here? Thought someone picked you up. You're just part of the background now. No one even sees you anymore. Your skin looks like paper. I could tear you just by looking too hard. Well, you know what? I'm actually doing fine in regards to food. I've got a surplus of food. It's just that this machine won't give me what I need. Money ain't even the problem anymore. Hey kid, can I interest you in a jar of worms? Oh, I love this one. You can trade this to me again next time. Okay. Only got 150 yen for it, which is nothing like the 800 or so that we spent. But at least we've got something now. I can smell you from here. You're rotting and you're still breathing. Your face makes me want to forget I have a heart. I hope you don't dream. What would even be left in them? You're not surviving. You're decaying in slow motion. You're the reason people cross the street without looking. Okay, I think I've seen corpses move more than you do. You know, just the other day I saw a corpse. Let's wrap up and leave. Alright. So now, the machine. I'm thinking... Look. Let's get something good. Seeds. 4 apple seeds. I counted them more than once, like they might disappear. 4 tiny things. No weight. But they still make me feel like I'm carrying something important. I don't have roots, but maybe these do. That's why I keep them. You didn't count as drinking when it was just the 4. It also didn't give us very much. How about we just spend, like, 200 here and there, and hope to get drinks? What type of meat is this? The shape is weird and the rice looks dry. There's a strange smell coming from it. Now I'm afraid to put it in my mouth. Okay, maybe we raise that floor to 3? Look at these things. This looks disgusting. I'll probably eat this later. This is kinda scary. Although the aroma is indeed appetizing. Maybe I could still eat this? I'll just step aside these huge insects. Well, is it food or is it drink? Because that's... I just wish I knew what it did. There we go, Gatorade! It's literally just Gatorade. It's heavy and full. That bright color looks like it could wake the dead. Is this one of those drinks athletes use? Why would a machine give me this? That's the only thing that makes sense to come out of a machine. Gimme. Yes, 30%, that's it. That's it. Ew. Whoa, This thing looks like a tiny armored snack, like a candied fruit. It smells slightly musty, almost like dried leaves. I would like to try this some other time. Well, we kinda have to now. Did I eat it? I guess it gave me a little bit. It's food, but not enough water. Ooh, Starbucks coffee. A frappe? In a vending machine? This feels surreal. This looks creamy. It smells sweet, too. Like something rich people sip on a good day. This is too nice to waste. I shouldn't drink this all at once, but you will, because that's the only way the game works. Absolutely, 20%, God. Yeah, I definitely think this should be dispensing other things a lot more often, like as far as fluids go, or at least there needs to be more like that in the rotation that isn't strictly food. Okay, I've decided at this point. The young boy is here. I can sell you the stuff I don't want to eat, right? I love this one. You can trade me again next time. 300. So I at least got my money back. And this? You can't interact with this NPC today. I can only trade once a day. Alright, well, I got something. Now let's go back to begging. There's no light in your eyes anymore. Just fog and silence. Filthy little thing. You're a disease waiting to spread. Nobody wants to help you. They just want to forget they saw you. I could call someone, but I'm not sure if that would help or hurt you. Bet someone's already planning to take you tonight. You won't even see it coming. You look like someone who died and woke up in the wrong place. You look like something bad already happened, and worse is coming. There's so many lines of dialogue in this game, and they all tell the same story. Hey little girl, you're cute. Wanna come with me? You smell like Allie. Don't you have any shame? People won't help you if you don't help yourself. Clean up at least. You're not gonna last out here. Someone's gonna take advantage of you. You've already tried. In fact, you probably heard them. We've got a lot now, actually. You know what? Pile of slugs. If we keep spending 100 yen, we'll get quantity. I'm lost for words with this one. This is just literally a moldy sandwich that must have been left inside the machine for months. Years, maybe. Just give me something I can drink, man. I'm willing to spend a certain amount on this. There we go! Antarctic water. An imported water? Isn't Antarctica on the other side of the world? Does this taste like penguins? Or ice? Whatever it is, I'm surely gonna keep it for later. No, you're gonna keep it for right now because you're dying. We can keep the rest for the kid. Meanwhile, spend 600. Waffles! Oh, beautiful. Wow, this looks amazing. This is bread, right? I've never had a Belgian waffle before. It smells sweet. I'll save this for the best. Your best is right now. 49%. A Kit Kat. A candy bar? It's thin and wrapped so neatly. Chocolate, maybe? It's wrapped like something fancy. When's the last time I had eaten something as precious as this? This is way too good to be true. I'm actually starting to do alright on this stuff. There we go. But then again, maybe the couple would have given me more. Stop looking at me with those eyes. I'm not your savior. I can barely take care of myself. Stop following people with your eyes. It's creepy. You're too quiet. It makes people nervous. Say something once in a while. You're what happens when Mercy forgets to show up. You remind me of someone I used to know. I hope she's not out here too. You don't even talk, do you? Just hold out your hand like a statue. I literally got shooed in the middle of all that. One day you'll stop breathing and no one will notice for days. You make this whole street feel cursed, like you drag the air down with you. Well, whose fault is that? Alright, back to the machine with us. We got over 2,000. Let's spend another 1,000. I mean, this is a real thing in poverty, but whenever I have money, I feel like I need to spend it, even when I could make a lot of more productive, smaller purchases. There we go, that's exactly what we needed, though. What kind of sick joke is this? The machine just kept spitting them out like it was mocking me. Should I laugh, cry, or just eat dirt instead? These, as far as I know, are one of the most valuable things out there. Fully restores our stats. In fact, if we put in another 1,000... Will we get another one? I shouldn't be doing it like this, but hey, it guarantees we've got some time, right? It's gonna take forever. 1,000. Yes, 1,000 always seems to get me one of these. Or at least very often. Saving for 1,000 is a great way to go. This is good. Here, take this money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 450. A lot more than what I paid for it. Wasn't that part of the 100 yen spree? Not bad. Maybe we can turn back the spiral? Here, just take it before I change my mind. And don't follow me. You're already dead. You're just twitching because the street won't let you go. You look like a warning sign carved into skin. Every time I pass by, I expect to see a chalk outline around you. You're what people see in nightmares when they fear being forgotten. You look like a punishment, like someone did this to you on purpose. I've seen stray dogs treated better than you. What hope looks like when it's been stepped on too many times. You don't belong in this world anymore. You're something left over. Hey girl, go home. Whatever that means for you. You saying that at the end makes it seem like you want to sound like you know how it is, but you really don't. That bruise looks fresh. Did someone hurt you? Do you need help? Well, it doesn't matter if it won't be you. That cough doesn't sound good. You need medicine, not pity. I mean, you know, if you pity me so much, you could give me some medicine or the money to achieve it. If I left you food, would you even notice? Or are you too far gone? Well, when I do eat, it's like the best stuff, top shelf. It's just that I mostly drink seeds and... Well, I'm kind of worried about the fact that it's so alluring. Does that mean that there's some catch? I mean, this vending machine, I've been relying on it for so long, I've forgotten the mysterious circumstances I found it in. I wonder how many people walked past you today and thought you were already dead. You sit there like someone waiting for death to remember your name. Don't trust everyone who talks to you. Some people aren't kind, even when they smile. Especially when they smile. We could be tempted to stay if things are going better. 4,082! Another bag of seeds, always for 1,000. And you always deliver the line. Well, tell you what, it may be foolish, I want to see what happens at 2,000. We'll still have plenty left. We'll still have plenty. God. I don't even know what this, like, converts to, but it's probably crazy that, to me, this feels like a lot of money. That's a full-on meal. A burger? It's still warm. Soft bun. Something smells grilled. Is that real meat? Looks like the kind of food you see on posters. I'll wait. I want to be hungry enough to enjoy it. That time is now, once more. That actually didn't do that much. That didn't do very much at all. Brain soup. Oh, great. Another soup. This smells like fish. No, pork. With a hint of something burnt. This would taste great while sitting on the floor comfortably. Would it? Once more, it only provides food, not drink. You remind me of my little sister. Please, take this and stay safe. Whatever you were before, you're not that anymore. Just a body on the street now. The world doesn't care if you disappear, so be loud while you're still here. Your hands are shaking. Are you cold or just scared? Sweetheart, where's your mom? Do you need someone to call for help? You're not a girl anymore. You're just a warning for the rest of us. You look like something that crawled out of a gutter. People shouldn't have to see that. Do you even feel the cold anymore? Or did you freeze from the inside out? You scare the kids. You're what their parents warned them about. You're not sick. You're what sickness looks like when it grows legs. Kids like you disappear all the time. No one asks questions. It's like an educated lack of empathy. You look like a corpse someone forgot to bury. If you speak, does your voice even work anymore? Nobody wants to know your story. They're afraid it might resemble theirs. And every single person on this street is like the bleakest poet imaginable. Everybody knows it's just a sliding scale of empathy, but even then, nobody's really in a position to give all that for one homeless girl. I love it. Can you give me more of this? 1,500, we made a profit! Thank you very much. You're not helpless. You're hollow. There's a difference. Don't cry. It won't help. No one listens to crying kids in this place. You're a scarecrow for the city's conscience. I'd feel worse if you didn't look so pathetic. It's hard to pity someone so far gone. Honestly, if I kicked you right now, I don't think you'd even flinch. If you vanished right now, this city would breathe easier. I saw you here yesterday. You were shivering then, too. Life's tough, huh? Get in line. You'll freeze to death if you stay out like that. You even care? Yes, once more, blaming me. You sit like you've already accepted hell. Maybe you have. I actually eat very well. It's the drinking that I have a problem with. One of these. Oh, you love this moldy sandwich. This kid's an SCP himself. 150. Thank you. Having something reliable is such a big deal. In fact, I'll buy another. Thank you. And that's for trade. We'll see what we get tomorrow. I'm gonna spend 2,500 on this. Ponari sweat. I don't think I even really need that, honestly. You don't have anything to say about this. It probably restores our thirst a lot of the way, but for the amount I spent, I'm more likely gonna try and trade that. Not nice. Chips with insect dressing? I would love to eat the nachos and just set aside the beetles, but I don't want to waste any food. We're at the point where we can waste food. 850. Nice. This is what I was looking for. I'm blessed. Look at these golden fried meats, like they just came out of the fryer. I know this one. It's chicken. Chicken fidgets? Something like that. I'm excited to taste this later. There we go. Wow, that got us way up. Nobody's coming for you, little ghost. Everyone who cared is long gone. You're not begging, you're haunting. I feel like I'm rich right now, but I just went and put in the conversion, and what I have in my inventory is about $22. But I guess in a situation like this, we can really push that and get our money's worth, huh? And I feel like the more you have, the less efficient you are with what you have. And when you're in this situation, you have to make sure that every little bit counts for the most it can. What can I offer you today? How about the Ponari sweat? I love it! We paid like $2,500. We lost massively on this. As far as I can tell, trades are just random. So we should really only use this for things that... I guess things that we don't want. We can trade more than one thing to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50. That's still less than what we spent. But at least we got something back. You're lucky anyone talks to you at all. Most just pretend you're trash. You shouldn't be alive out here, but I guess that means you're tough. No, it means I have nowhere else to go. I don't know what you've been through, but it shows. Your eyes don't blink like a child's. You need to get off this street, little girl. Someone's gonna hurt you. The world isn't kind, especially to someone like you. We're at 0. Seed time. Which seems to provide absolutely perfect nutrition, even though apple seeds are very poisonous. I don't see a girl. I see something that's suffering made permanent. You're still in that same spot? That blanket's not helping much, is it? It really does feel like we're... even when we're starting to do well, it's still just doing well in this situation. There's no getting out of it. Because the bar between our next meal and a place to stay is such a massive cliff we can't even see the top of it. This vending machine kind of makes me wish that we could buy from any other source, but then again, every other source is probably more expensive. And it's like I said earlier, the interesting thing is that I've stopped even thinking of it as something anomalous, something that I should be distrustful of. Provides so well, and I'm so used to it at this point that it's just life, it's just home now. You look like a broken doll someone threw away. And this was the way to another vending machine, but not our vending machine. I'm not quite sure. See, I don't know if these are things that are going to be fleshed out more in the Steam version, like if this is really just a demo or what. But we've been at this for 2 weeks now. And honestly, that does give me a weird sense of pride over the people who said I wouldn't last another week. I would say, if only they could see me now, but they can. And the best part is, they don't have a choice, and there's a power in that, too. I actually haven't really been to Main Street a whole lot. Like, I usually haven't needed to. The route kind of takes me to a bunch of high-traffic places that aren't this. Oh, but wait, we should maybe try these arrows here. So let's try them earlier, because it's kind of best to do it like this. There's an old lady. What can you offer me today? I've got nothing, unfortunately. But I wonder what the difference is between these... I call them traders. I can give you one of these. I love it. Can you give me more? And not for that price. I've always got to remember to call attention to this because music is the kind of thing that you don't notice when it's perfectly fitting, and I haven't been paying attention, but it definitely suits the mood. It's dreadful and hopeful and mysterious. I mean, we look ordinary on the street, but we're going back and spending that money and bringing back onto the world for trade something that shouldn't exist. I don't know, it's got that sort of urban, depressed, paranatural thing going for it that is starting to get more popular, and I really vibe with it. You got any family, kid, or did they toss you out like trash? You look too young to be empty. The city eats people like you. I wish I could do more. I really do. But I have my own mess. Everybody's got their own mess. I've seen bags of meat treated better at the butcher shop. It's not safe after sundown. Someone's gonna notice you for the wrong reason. I used to be where you are, you know? It doesn't get better unless you claw your way out. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to reach a conclusion here, but I have actually spent a long time at this stage just kind of out here begging, and the gameplay loop is sort of satisfying at first, but I feel like it's kind of taking a while for how little actually happens out here. With about 12,000 yen here, which equates to like, what, $70-something? Let's just keep getting these things. Thank you. Look at that. We're actually a lot fitter looking now. Okay, well, let's keep buying these. Keep one for sale. Oh, we've got something to drink, a 10-up. What is this? A lime flavored? Is this really supposed to be blue? Blue is good. So I suppose this drink should be good too. Well, blue does taste good. And anyone who says you can't taste colors is just straight up lying. That's why I only eat Tide Pods. We've got so many... See, that's the thing. We've got all this money, but so much of it is small denominations. Hey, 1,000 got us a bucket of KFC this time. Alright, well, this is all for sale. I could eat this all day if I didn't have to worry about anything else. No, don't get rid of that figure. You worked hard for it. You think that face makes you special? Plenty of pretty girls end up in the gutter. You're just another one who wasted it. Ah, people are acknowledging, maybe. Yep. You're too beautiful to be ignored and too broken to be helped. It's a cruel combination. You probably thought beauty would protect you forever. Look how well that worked out. How many coins have you made just by looking pathetic in high definition? You don't look homeless. You look like you're playing pretend to make us feel guilty. That face could silence a room, yet here you are asking for scraps like the rest. It doesn't make sense. We were always told, you gotta clean up, you gotta help yourself. Well, I did, and, well, now it's just another tier of bad. And that's the point. This is such a no-win scenario. And a lot of the time it's just justification not to help, but even then, a lot of the time, it's like, what can they even do? It probably feels like their contribution doesn't matter. Of course, they don't see it from our perspective. It means the world, even if it doesn't solve all our problems. I don't know what you are, but you don't belong here. That face doesn't happen by accident. Are you hiding from something worse? I always stay for just a little bit longer now because I tend to actually get kind of a lot in the few seconds afterwards. Well, that ain't happening now. We're not stonking right now. Eh? We did alright, actually. Got a whole lot of people now. You don't belong here. People should be carrying you, not stepping over you. Well, I don't see you volunteering. We're literally sparkling. But there was no fanfare, so... maybe this isn't the end goal. Maybe there's more to be done following this route. These apple seeds are definitely doing good things for us. God, I wonder what would happen if we ate the grimy sandwiches, if we only ate the bugs. I actually wonder, I mean, you know, you could probably do math on this if you watched it for long enough, but I wonder if they actually give us more now that we look like this. Hey, look at... wait, we just went back. We devolved. What happens if I... what happens if I eat some more? It doesn't seem to have helped. We were looking good for a little while. Maybe it's just because we ate a certain amount? The police suddenly arrived. You've been caught. It's game over. Wait, can I continue? I was also leaving. Oh, no, wow, it really is just back to the beginning. That is so annoying. Really? There's no way to actually continue. There's a gallery where we can see forms. Wait, character selection. What does start mean? Okay. We can just start like this. But does that... I'm so confused. But it's sort of, well, it sort of tells us how we get here, though. Liquid, unhealthy, parasite, anomaly, anorexia, that's probably just for failing, centipede, which is different from parasite, leech, oh, there's a lot of different paths, fetus, so many things we can become. It's like career day. We also have a gallery for food items we've unlocked now. The page says that there's over 140 items. We got a good chunk of that. And there's a lot more we haven't seen. This makes no sense. It calls it continue instead of new game. I could have almost seen that maybe they confiscated our money for whatever reason, but it says day one. I don't get it. Like, maybe the forms act as our checkpoint, even though the game is reset, which kind of makes it feel like... it makes it feel like a new game. It sure feels like a new game. So I don't know. Like, this is really, really cool stylistically, and I dig what it's doing, but it has some really questionable design choices, and for what it is, it takes way too long. Just transformed back again, but once more, I think I can just sort of go back to the menu and do it again. I don't, there's so many things that just feel like design oversights. Like not being able to leave from certain places until we're done begging. There we go, like until the game says we're done. Meanwhile, we can take that and eat and drink, and that gets us up to fall. And let's get back out and beg some more. It's just really not a good thing if most of my playtime at this point is spent just kind of alt-tabbed out doing something else. Things need to be condensed big time. Maybe you can make it happen faster if you're eating more, but I don't need to eat more. And I don't always get the stuff I want. Alright, let's find something out. You gave us 1,500 for the KFC. Let's give you some more. Will it be consistent? It will. Okay, so we can always trade that in for a profit. Day 4, we've already got 10,000. Look at this. I probably don't even need to beg anymore, because I can just make such a tidy profit selling KFC and seeds. Look at all that. In fact, we may as well eat some seeds right now, right? There we go, next stage! We are getting such a healthy glow. I want to see where this leads. This is great motivation to get on the elliptical after this is done, huh? Anyways, we can kind of, I guess, see those as checkpoints since it does preserve our forms. But now we can go to Busy Street. You're so beautiful. It's hard to believe you're alone. Do you need help? You're seriously begging dressed like that? This isn't a photo shoot. You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And also the saddest. With a face like that, you could have had the world. Instead, you ended up in the trash. You don't deserve sympathy just because you're pretty. Plenty of ugly people are starving too. I was one of those ugly people. Well, not really, but you get the idea. Why am I even begging for? I came here to sell KFC. Oh, man. Actually, hang on. What can you offer me today? I was gonna give you some kernel. There you go. Always the same amount. Like, this game is actually very easy once you learn what works and what doesn't, but I guess the same applies to any survival situation. Now I have another question, though. Can I actually put stuff in your thingamajig? I can't. I can only steal. You look like someone carved you from gold, then threw you in the mud to rot. If you want to talk, I'll sit with you a while. You look like you haven't heard a kind word in weeks. Still, things are definitely treating us better as we go. That much is sure. And we're actually smiling too, so I guess we're feeling better too. Okay, let's head over to the nightclub. The important thing is that we just keep eating. Do I want to drink this? Yes, I do. You seriously expect money? With that smug little angel face? Whatever game you're playing, pick a better sidewalk. This one's taken. This is going to be weirdly edited because I have to read these when I can. It's better in a flurry, sort of. Every time I see you, I wonder what horrible thing you did to deserve being out here. I'll tell you one thing, we definitely don't look 10 years old. But maybe that's the idea. Maybe we're so starving and emaciated, so underdeveloped, that we look just incredibly small for our age. I don't really know much about our backstory. Well, the seed, might one say we eat like a bird? I've got 6 buckets of kernel. 6 buckets, which means 3,000 profit. 13,000 yen. This is the closest, or rather, this is the richest I've ever been, and it's mostly from selling chicken. I was wrong, this is a tycoon game. I mean, at this point, I'm just waiting for my food to run down, and I probably don't even need to do that. Just munch on this stuff, why not? I'm kind of curious, just because I can at this point. What happens if we blow big money? 5,000. Huh. What in the world? Is this some kind of hairy treat? Or simply a ball of hair? How would I even eat this kind of thing? Well, at this point, there's nothing I wouldn't eat, as if you haven't been living luxuriously. I guess let's see what that old lady will give us for it. I don't know, man. I don't want your guys' money. If I sell you this, you love it. 300 yen. Okay, so we're a little in the red on that one. What will you pay me for seeds? I've got plenty. 1,500. So everything in that range seems to make a consistent amount. think we're changing again. There we go. And we're starting to get muscle, too. We're becoming fit. Oh, we're a lot of the way there, then. Just gotta keep it up. Although, like I said, I am begging for fun at this point. Something else this game could really use is some sort of money exchanger. Because, like, really, we end up with a huge pile of just small denominations that we can't do anything with. Like, I'm never gonna use any of these 5s, 10s, singles at this stage. Your skin glows and your stomach's flat. You expect me to believe you're starving? That body could buy you anything, and here you are begging like a stray cat. You remind me of someone I used to know. She looked like you before everything went wrong. You're not suffering, you're just bored of being admired and you want attention in a different way. Wow, homeless and glowing. Must be a new influencer trend. With a body like that, begging's just another way to manipulate people. You hungry or just fishing for compliments with those abs? That's some top-tier skin for a beggar. What's your skincare routine? Guilt? You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Why are you sitting on cold stone with empty hands? Not for much longer, I hope. See, we are in the rising action of the horror story, I feel like. Pretty early on, this thing seemed awful at first, which was maybe a hint as to its true nature. The seeds are a healthy option, although it's made clear that you don't like the look of them at all. You'd rather eat the chicken. But these are very different paths, and maybe all of this is leading somewhere less savory. You know what? Why don't we try promoting youth health? What will you give me for the seeds? Same amount, so it's the same with everybody. You're just weirdly unique in that we can only trade you one item per day. Since I have the money and the surplus not to care, should I find out if just spam eating seeds will get me to the next stage? Doesn't seem like it really will. I think I have to wait for my hunger to go down a bit. I have upgraded officially in life from beggar to street vendor. Street vendor of paranormal seeds and chicken. Okay, enough trading that. I do think at this point that maybe you get points toward transformation from like a mount healed. But still, this one's taking forever. Okay. Didn't predict that as the next outcome, but here we are. I knew we would reach something sooner or later, but I'm kind of wondering, is that a bad thing? Look, I've been conditioned to accept all sorts of horrors in the 3 hours that I've been homeless. So I pretty much know what the real experience is like now. Maybe being an extra-dimensional being has perks? Okay, well, I'm glad to see you still want your stuff. I guess you're not off-put by my appearance. Let's go see if other people are. I really am just begging for fun now. I gotta see people's reaction to this. Maybe I am just chasing a different kind of attention. Look at you. You don't belong on the street. You don't belong anywhere near people. People like you make pity feel fake. You look too perfect to be pain. I don't trust a girl who looks that divine and asks for spare change. Something's wrong with you. You're not wrong. Whatever you are, you're not human anymore. Don't beg like one. You're trying to hex someone with that stare? Look somewhere else. What are you, a fallen star? Go shine somewhere else. You're beautiful, yes, but something about you feels wrong. Like you're not supposed to be here. You look like a goddess pretending to suffer. Must be nice to beg with power in your bones. There really is no such thing as good enough for these people. Oh, sure, I may look all-powerful, I may look divine, but I'm actually far wealthier than you can possibly imagine. I got $100 in this tin. And we should be getting a lot more, in my opinion, because we've got a lot more arms to reach out with. There's a lot of nutritional paths we can go down, and, well, I guess it's true of any nutrition. You have to eat and train for the body you want. This just happened to be ours. It's what happens when you move beyond peak perfection, at the cost of suffering through choking down bags of seeds every day. But really, what it's all about is how we're perceived. I don't know, maybe we are really changing like this, or maybe it's just everyone else's opinion of us, their words, informing our own self-image. Imagine seeing this thing at a vending machine. 18,000. Thing is, doing it this way, it just becomes a click fest at this point. And that's always been the issue with this, is that it just takes way too long for how little player involvement there is. It's as I keep saying, the concept is here, but the length of time this takes either needs to be drastically shortened, or there needs to be more for us to do, more strategy, more thinking. And maybe some of the lower routes are like this, you know, it's probably a lot harder trying to survive on items that we can't just reliably get or can't sell. But even still, you're not here to beg. You're here to make people feel guilty just by existing. Whatever. I've got chicken to sell to a child. Nobody's dialogue changes. Nobody's. I'm just a traveling extra-dimensional chicken salesman. Worry you not. At this point, I'm just selling everything I have, knowing I'm going to make the money back, knowing that the drops are going to be good. And just to see how much I can get away with. Begging at this point is a major ethical lapse. I should be dumping half of this stuff into the blind homeless man's cup. What am I even doing? I like how on this screen our hands still appear dirty for some reason. As if we even have hands to be dirty anymore. If anything, people should want to put dirt on us because anything that gets on us falls into the void. Just because I'm curious, what happens if I put in but 1 single yen? A seed. There's a faint smell of almond, but more citrusy. I get it. It's an apple seed. Is it edible? It's so small I could toss it, but maybe I'll keep it. Maybe indeed. You know, we're probably making more things like us, buying so many seeds from this admittedly questionable vendor. Sooner or later we've got to ascend, right? I checked the menu, there's only one more level. Screw it, what do I get for 10,000 yen? Manta. A bright orange liquid? Must be a fruit-flavored drink. Manta Fizz sounds fizzy. Probably sweet, too. I bet I don't get very much for it. Oh, there we go. We are reborn. Okay, so maybe spamming it does actually work. Look at us. Hey, that's my melted candle wax. We turned into an interdimensional tree, like the guy from Twin Peaks. The best part is that's not a spoiler, because there's no way for you to know what that means. Look, it's like we're a tree growing down, and the roots are taking hold in some image of the cosmos, and then continuing to melt and drip down even over that. How do we look begging? We hardly have a face anymore. The city will forget you, but the earth won't. I feel like I should kneel, not hand you change. What are you really? Looking at you hurts, like watching a sun beg to be seen. Every time I pass you, I feel like I'm walking past a shrine desecrated by apathy. You shouldn't be touching the ground. You should be floating above it. You don't belong in this world, and yet here you are, asking for its leftovers. Even gods are discarded when they no longer serve. Look at that, things are so bad in this city that we actually convince them that we are something ascended, and they don't care. You don't look human. You look like something the sky carved out of light and then abandoned. You're too perfect to starve. It feels like an illusion. And yet you're shivering. I can't tell if you're trying to seduce the crowd or haunt it. Even though we may have become something beyond comprehension, for reasons beyond comprehension, at the end of the day, the bank account doesn't lie. We've got nothing. So we've reached the end of what the game, oddly enough, calls the healthy path. But there are several others, and who knows if there are more to be added. This game has, I believe it came out about 2 months ago, and it's gotten some pretty hefty content updates, I think. The cops can still come and ask us to move along. So let's get out of here. I'm like Shaq, I might do commercials, but it's not because I need the money. I'm a local celebrity now, and even now, people steer clear. This game is so cool, and for something that is carried by the art assets, it's got some great-looking art, and the soundtrack really, really complements it. I just wish it didn't take so friggin' long for how little there is for the player to actually proactively do. Because even when I was gaming this, it just at that point became a click fest. And you could actually use this 1,000 yen meta to fund yourself so you don't have to beg so you can get everything more quickly. Now, I could probably do it more quickly. I think we learned we can spam food, but I don't really think there's going to be anything beyond this. It's just a really neat concept, you know? Coming across this mysterious thing and, you know, enjoying its fruits and its punishments as we see fit. We're desperate, so there's actually, you know, having the homeless angle means there's actually a reason for us to play around with it and maybe accept not the best. But we are what we eat, and this is a really cool way to explore that. What this could really use is some balancing and quality of life updates, but it's a really great idea with some solid direction behind it. And I can't wait to see where it goes. Now, you can play this right now for free on itch.io at the link in the description, but it is coming to Steam. Just drink loads and loads of seeds, but once more, I don't think anything else comes with this. I don't think there's a true ending. And as we saw, if we don't eat or if we eat different things, we could actually potentially start to backslide, right? So, you know, it may actually be possible to regress and take different routes, even on the same character, even without starting a new game, which is really, really interesting. I'm going to warn you that this pun is 100% intended, but it really is refreshing just seeing something that's not afraid to be weird and experimental like this, and it's really all just about seeing everything there is to see. Now, granted, I think it takes too long to see all there is to see to the point where it probably won't keep you interested, but maybe that can be fixed in updates, and, well, I highly recommend you try it out for yourself because there is a lot more here. And I'm talking about in terms of food items, so much more. And, of course, the real star of the show, which is all the things we can become along the way. That was but one route of many. You certainly can't say it's not a game and or interactive art book with vision. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.